Hey guys, I've started a load of whiskey adventures recently by saying this, and to be honest with you, I'm getting really bored of saying it, but we're still in f***ing lockdown here in Scotland. What that means is, the only thing I can do right now is go for a walk. So what I'm going to do this week is to combine my walks with whiskey tastings. So guys, this is how it's going to go down. Every day for the next 5 days, I'm going to bring out a whiskey with me on that walk, and I'm going to give you a brief, and I want to emphasize brief, description on it. And it's going to be one of my top 5 that I'm drinking right now. Comment on what you guys are drinking right now. Let me know. I want to hear about what whiskies everyone's enjoying during lockdown or wherever you are in the world. Yeah, so let's get into it. The way I'm going to do these tastings, I'm going to do it Bill Binder style. For those that haven't seen Bill Binder, check out his channel. He starts off by lip syncing some hip hop in his car on the way to the golf course. He then gets to the golf course, proceeds to play around golf while drinking a bottle of usually American whiskey straight out of the bottle and reviewing it. So Bill, I'm going to take a leaf out of your book here, man. I'm going to be drinking it straight out of the bottle. If you don't like that, then so starting off today with a little bit of our Beaky Rye Scotch Whiskey. I haven't turned into a giant. This is only a 200 centilitre bottle that they kindly sent me. But I've been really enjoying this because, you know, it's not the first ever rye whiskey made in Scotland. However, it's the first one to be marketed as such, which is really interesting. And I think that this trend, if you like, in rye whiskey is going to continue. You're going to see quite a few Scottish rye whiskies coming around. I know for a fact that the likes of Inchderny Distillery, Bruichladdich, also William Grant & Sons have all been messing around with rye whiskey. So I would expect to see more single grain rye whiskey come out from Scotland in the very near future. I've been following these guys for a while now, and interestingly enough, it's 3 brothers that own the company that started it up on their farm that has been around since 1794, hence the name on the rye. So the farm has actually been in their ownership for the last 4 generations, and the whole idea and the whole concept around our Beaky Rye is that it's completely traceable. We have a Scottish Aranti Rye, which was picked from their Drummies field, Scottish Odyssey Barley from their Bluebear field, and Scottish Viscount Wheat from the Dells Knapp field. So complete traceability within this bottle, not just with regards to the crops, but with regards to the field that it actually came from as well, which is pretty cool. So well done, guys. So hold on a minute. This is a single grain, but I just mentioned the 3 different types of grain. So how does that work? It actually means that it is single, being the single distillery that it comes from, and not single grain. Let's give it a try. Obviously I'm not going to litter. Plus, if I didn't have the top of it, I'd have to drink the whole bottle. Imagine. Quite spicy on the nose. A little bit of cinnamon maybe going on. Yeah, a bit of honey. You can tell it's young, but it's incredibly smooth. I mean, that goes down really, really well, especially for being 48% ABV. There's a nice honeyed sweetness to it. It's almost like a little bit melony. Very light, as you'd expect it to be for a grain whiskey. So I've drunk a lot of grain whiskies from Scotland. They tend to have this coconut characteristic going through it. But I think with this rye, because we have the different grains in there, the rye has given it a nice spiciness. Good stuff. If you have it available to you, definitely recommend picking up a bottle. Whether you want to walk in the woods and drink it out of the bottle is entirely up to you. So new day, new whiskey. Feeling good, guys. Had a little workout this morning. Shave, freshly shaven. We had a little bit of sun out, but not so sunny anymore. But anyway, I'm going to take you guys to a kind of local spot to check out, and I didn't even know this place existed until recently, so it's kind of like a hidden gem. We're going to drink some Aberlour in Aberdour. So for today's lockdown walk and whiskey, I've come to the Monk's Cave, which is a 15th century cave. What the monks used to do was, back in the day, they used to hide out here, hold all this stuff here, and then go over to that island, which is Inchcombe. So what am I drinking today, guys? Well, I've got some of the new Aberlour 14-year-old double cask, which I got to know quite well last night over a cigar, but it's going to be part of the core expression of Aberlour that's readily available, and I love this stuff. I'm a big fan of Aberlour, actually, for a couple of reasons, and the first reason is I just think it's a very elegant, beautiful Speyside single malt. Great looking new bottle, really girthy. Wait, can I say girthy? Is that weird to say? Really meaty bottle. No, wait a minute. Should I say meaty? Anyway, let's get to it. So, what Aberlour have done with this, not groundbreaking by any means, double matured, 2 types of cask, in bourbon, then into sherry. And I love whiskies like this because what the bourbon does is just give it this nice citrus, mellow flavour, vanilla notes coming through, but then the sherry cask gives it a little bit more body, a little bit more richness to it. This is at 40%. Now, I know Aberlour did a 14-year-old for La Maison de Whisky back in 2008. It was cask strength, it was also double cask, so I think that's where they maybe got their inspiration for this bottle. Let's get into it. A bit of caramel in there, maybe a bit of spiciness, ginger coming through. There's a nice greenness to this as well, maybe kind of appley characteristic on it, but in the background you get those rich fruits coming from the sherry cask, which works amazingly well. So raisins, sultanas, incredibly smooth. I may just retire into the cave and finish off the bottle. I'll see you guys later. Another day, another dram. It looks nice today. Sunny, but it's Scotland. It's cold. Really cold. Hence I'm rocking all my Canada gear. Got the Hudson Bay hat on, got the Canada Goose, representing Canada. But yeah, sunny, looks warm, definitely is not warm though. Spring hasn't sprung yet in Scotland, that's for sure. So, we're in a tunnel. It's pouring it down with rain outside. But the good thing is we have some whiskey. So what am I going to be drinking today? Absolutely love this expression of Glenfiddich. The Solera, unique, something that's very different within the Scotch whisky world, created by Mr. David Stewart back in 1997. Give it up for the Glenfiddich 15-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, Glenfiddich, it's too mainstream. I see it everywhere. Yeah, I get it. Like 12-year-old is in every single bar, possibly around the world, and it is one of the biggest selling single malt Scotch whiskies. However, it is still family run, and if you haven't tried this or any of the new expressions of Glenfiddich that are out right now, then you're definitely missing out. I'm a big fan. I did work for them for 10 years, so I do have a lot of love for this brand and the people behind it. Let's see how this goes down. An incredibly smooth expression of Glenfiddich, almost too smooth. I get honey, I get this nice caramel coming through. There's no burn in the mouth, there's no burn going down. Just when it hits the belly, it's just got a nice warming sensation. Very different from the 12-year-old in that you have this higher influence, let's say, from the sherry casks that go into it, plus there is brand new American wood that's used in here in part. So that adds a lot more depth of flavour than you get from the 12-year-old. 12-year-old is very light, very refreshing. This tends to have more of that caramel sweetness, the rich raisin, dried fruit character that you associate with sherry casks. Guy must be like, what is that freak doing standing in a tunnel with an open bottle of whiskey in his hand? The joys of vlogging. So it stopped raining, I made it out of the tunnel. Definitely a career highlight. In a tunnel, trains going above me, drinking whiskey out of a bottle. It's like that Red Hot Chili Peppers song, you know, Under the Bridge. But instead of with heroin, it was with whiskey. One of the things we say about Scotland is if you don't like the weather here, you just wait 5 minutes. We tend to have at least 4 seasons in one day. Four seasons in one day. So anyway, I thought I would pop down to the beach since it's so nice today and the wind's calmed down a little bit as well. Do my walk down here today, which is nice. Problem is there's a load of people around, so they're all looking at me funny with a camera and swigging whiskey out of a bottle. Yeah, so here we are down at the beach. Beautiful, lovely, scenic, right? Apart from the guys over there chainsawing some wood. So apologies about that. Question is though, what are we going to drink today? Pretty excited about this one. One of my all-time top 5 whiskies ever. So let's get into a little bit of hedonism. See what it's all about. Now, what I absolutely love about this blend is you have this real kind of lusciousness to it. And what I mean by that is there's like fudge, vanilla, caramel coming through, but the mouthfeel has like a creamy, buttery texture to it. Now, one of the things I absolutely love about Compass Box is they're very transparent with regards to the different whiskies that go in to make up their blends. If you go on their website and have a look at Hedonism, you will find out that it is a make-up of Cameron Bridge, which is a grain distillery in Fife, around about 30 minutes drive from where I am right now, and North British, which is over in Edinburgh. So check out Compass Box. Definitely check out Hedonism. This doesn't just go in my top 5 whiskies that I've got open right now, but this goes in my top 5 whiskies of all time. I just think it's so different, so unique. It's not what you expect from a Scotch whisky. 43% unchilled filtered with Hedonism. Guys, if you haven't tried it, get some of this in your life. You will not regret it, I guarantee you. Dram day, whatever it is. I don't know what day it is now. But today's walk, come up a hill. A big hill. Stunning day here again today. Look at that. Woo! Beautiful. We're gonna get to the top of the hill and we're gonna have today's dram. I love drinking at this time of night. You know, you got the sun going down. We're in a field. We can throw the bottle of single malt Scotch whisky around in a field, drinking out the bottle. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, Ardnamurchan. Let's talk about this for a second. Beautiful spirit, doing some really, really good stuff. And I one of the things that I wanted to do, I recently bought a cask. I was gonna buy 2, and one of the distilleries I actually looked at was Ardnamurchan, but unfortunately they were closed. They finished all their sales of casks, so I couldn't get hold of one. But yeah, if you guys get a chance to get a bottle of Ardnamurchan, do it, because it goes like hotcakes right now. It is selling so quickly. I was lucky enough to just pick up their latest release, which I haven't opened yet, which is their single malt Scotch whisky that they've just brought out. So going back to this is 2018 AD. I love this bottle. I love the way it's got this little kind of, you know, you can check out how much you've been drinking. I think this won a bottle design at one point for this, and rightly so. Really kind of cool. Not what you expect. So let's give it a wee whirl. On the nose, really light, nice malty characteristic to it. No peat, no smoke there at all, just easy going. You know, again, kind of similar to the Arbiki. Drinks really, goes down really smooth. I mean, there's no burn there, and this is 55.3% ABV. 55.3% going on. This one isn't fucking about. I think it would benefit from a little bit of water, which obviously I can't do right now because I'm in a field and I'm drinking it, chatting to myself, which I've just kind of thought might look a little bit weird. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to come back soon once we're not far away from coming out of lockdown here in Scotland. It's not going to be far away now. And trust me, I'm not going to be walking about drinking out of whiskey bottles again anytime soon. So guys, take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.